everyone. My name is Jackie Speier, and I represent the great 14th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives, and we're delighted you're here today. 94 years ago on this very day, women in yellow and purple sashes around this country celebrated the fact that women finally had the right to vote in this great country of ours. We are here today standing not to celebrate, but to call women to action. We're not celebrating because women still earn 77 cents for every dollar earned by a man in the same occupation. We can't celebrate because the Paycheck Fairness Act has not been passed by the Congress of the United States. We can't celebrate because 37% of women in this country are not eligible for paid sick leave. So they go to work and they put their sick kids on the buses and they go to work sick because there is not a right to paid sick leave in this country. And 88% of families in this country do not have paid family leave. So we are not celebrating the fact that women are not treated equally under the law. Today I'm surrounded by Rosie wannabes. But beyond having all these Rosie wannabes, we truly are blessed today because we have the historic opportunity of being able to hear from real Rosie the Riveters that worked in the shipyards in this region during World War II. And in just a few moments, you're going to have the benefit of hearing from Phyllis Gould and Mary Peterson. There were 6 million Rosies that were called to action during World War II. And the reason why Rosies are so iconic and the reason why we're all dressed like Rosies is because when Rosies went to work in those munition factories, they were paid exactly the same wages that their husbands and the men who worked in those factories had been paid who then went to war. And all we're asking for today is that that happen now in the 21st century because it did happen during World War II. Now 91 years ago, Alice Paul convinced a member of Congress to introduce the first resolution to create the Equal Rights Amendment. And it has been introduced every single session of Congress since 1923. In 1972, it was actually passed by the Congress of the United States, and we have had 35 states that have actually ratified that amendment. We are 3 states short of getting the Equal Rights Amendment in the Constitution of the United States. So what is the ERA? The ERA, or Equal Rights Amendment, is actually 24 simple words. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied nor abridged by the United States or the states on account of sex. That is the entirety of the Equal Rights Amendment. And as we all nod our heads, and as all these young women nod their heads, isn't it time that we put in the Constitution the fact that women should be treated equally to men in this country? Now the reason why this is so important is because Justice Scalia, who is one of our Supreme Court justices, said the following: certainly the Constitution does not require discrimination on the basis of sex. The only issue is whether it prohibits it. It does not. So Justice Scalia has made it perfectly clear that women can be discriminated against because it is not written in the Constitution. His words should haunt every woman, and his words should haunt every man who has a wife, a daughter, a sister, a mother, who he wants to make sure deserves equal treatment under the law. The Constitution continues to be the blueprint of what our values are in this country. And certainly we believe that equal rights should be enjoyed by everyone. Whenever there's a challenge now that goes to the courts about sex discrimination, it has and carries with it a double burden. Not only does it have to establish that there was discrimination done, but it has to also establish that there was an intent to discriminate. So it's time that we treat gender just like we treat race and ethnicity and religion, with strict scrutiny under the Constitution. I've introduced HJ Resolution 113. And that resolution simply takes the expiration date of the 1972 law that was passed by Congress, takes the expiration date out of the resolution, which then allows these 35 states to be current, and then we just need 3 more states to pass the ERA. Now, Uncle Sam, and you can picture that poster, with his finger pointed out saying, "I want you," first came into being in 1916 when we wanted our men to sign up to participate in World War I. Well, now we're going to turn the coin a little bit. Rather than Uncle Sam, we want Aunt Samantha. And we need each and every one of you to join with us in making the ERA not just something we talk about, but something that is forever placed in the Constitution of this country. So, we have a mission, and we have many young and older members of this great group to join with us in supporting making sure that women are in the Constitution, that we have issues like pay equity and paid family leave and paid sick leave as part of what we are as a country and how we believe that families and women in this country should be treated alike.